watching to another episode of In Search of the Self. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to you. We will be discussing on Krishna today. Krishna is the 8th incarnation of Lord Vishnu. In fact, he is considered as the full incarnation of Lord Vishnu. Krishna is often portrayed as an infant or young boy playing the flute, or as a youthful prince who can give guidance and directions to people around him. He has been portrayed as a godchild, a prankster, a model lover, a divine hero, and the supreme being. We have Shakuntala Howaldar with us on this set. Shakuntala, please choose. Which one would you choose of these words? A prankster, a godchild, or someone who steals butter?
When you come to Lord Krishna, you are in a fix because you see the pictures of Krishna has permeated the consciousness of man for hundreds of years, and you are talking about Krishna as a child. And if you talk to my 9-year-old, she loves Krishna as a child, winning every battle, fighting against the ogres and the rakshas and the demons.
The hero.
The hero. He's a Batman, Superman
Yes.
combined.
Yes, he has got all the powers.
All the powers. Then you have, if I ask my son Siddharth, which part of Krishna, he says, oh, Mom, the lover. He's the eternal lover.
Charming with his flute.
Charming with his flute. And he beguiles, he enchants the women.
He's always surrounded with the gopis.
Of the gopis, yes. But now, when you look at him as Arjuna's guru in the Kurukshetra battle, and you say, oh, this is another Krishna that I'm seeing. And Draupadi saw another Krishna. Duryodhan saw another Krishna. So you have so many images of Krishna.
So you have Krishna during his early childhood with his pranks, stealing butter. I've watched the series on Krishna and it would put a smile on my face when I would see him up to his pranks.
Yes.
That's one phase of his life.
That's right.
Also when he was growing up and where he is always playing the flute and surrounded with the gopis. And also another part of his life where he is portrayed in the war, in the Kurukshetra war.
Correct.
So different aspects of his life helps people to relate to him to different levels, probably.
I agree. I think what you must understand is Krishna can be understood by a baby. Krishna can be understood by a 5-year-old. Krishna can be understood by a 12-year-old. Krishna can be, considered very dear to a 40-year-old man or a 60-year-old man who's waiting for death. So you can see that Krishna is a friend of man.
His life is a model?
His life is a model, or many models. It's not just a model.
Role model.
Role model. But also you have to understand Krishna. You see, when you tell me, oh, I love him as a lover, and you have 15 women waiting for you, that is not the Krishna as a lover.
Of course
I'm sorry.
Yes.
It is not. So many people say, oh, he has so many beautiful women, and this is the Krishna I like. This is the lover boy in every man who loves to be surrounded by beautiful women. But did Krishna go for that? No. He had the Ras Leela. Ras Leela means one evening he has a magic which he spreads in the village.
Yes.
And this village becomes intoxicated with the light. This is the next destination. Don't forget, we talked about the next destination, which is the light. Yes. And Krishna wanted to give a chance to the people of the village to experience this drunkenness of light. What Rumi talks about, the mast.
Of course, with all the spinning to achieve that goal.
That goal of getting intoxicated with unconditional love, which is also light.
But unlike Rumi and Buddha, Krishna was born enlightened?
I would say right from birth, there were signs of miracles.
Yes, because there were so many things that happened when he was born.
Wonderful things that happened even as a baby.
Exactly.
I mean, how do you pluck a tree from the roots, a huge tree?
Yes.
So and how do you kill ogress?
Even how do you lift the mountain
demoness?
so that
How
everyone
do
can
you lift a mountain? How do you kill the demoness? So all these things make you realize this is a very unusual image of godhood.
Because he didn't have to go through the self-realization.
No, he was born enlightened, as you said. But when you are born enlightened, also people don't believe in you. It's so funny.
They're scared of you.
They are scared of you. There is a legend which grows around you.
People
there are
say
myths.
that you have voodoo or something. You're possessed.
You're possessed.
Yes.
So there are lots of stories about enlightened people. I mean, Jesus was enlightened, but people said, oh my God, this fellow cannot be trusted. How does he bring Lazarus from the dead? You have these stories of Sai Baba and Shirdi Sai Baba and Puttarparthi Sai Baba, everybody who says, no, this is impossible. And if you're an atheist, if you don't believe in spirituality, you would say, no, bring me scientific proof. It's a tamasha. So I think Krishna had a very big problem of building faith in the people.
Exactly.
Now you will see this beautiful picture of Draupadi, who considered him as a guru,
Yes.
who worshipped him as a guru, just like Kunti.
Yes.
But how do you know that she considered him as a guru? It was only when her sari was being torn from her body.
From the dice game.
From after the dice game, and when the Pandavas lost to Kauravas, the Kauravas insisted that Draupadi should belong to them.
Exactly.
And they were very nasty. They were rapists.
Yes.
They almost, mutilated the idea of womanhood.
And they wanted to undress her in front of everyone.
Yes, they wanted to humiliate the Pandavas. And don't forget, the 5 boys had Draupadi as their goddess.
Exactly.
So she was very pure and beautiful. So if they were undressing her, they were telling the world, alala gete ki nupu fe ektu bon femme et nupu montreu ki nu kapau gain succès.
They are showing their authority.
They are showing their authority, their power, the evil nature, their arrogance. Everything was there in that space.
That's the interesting point when Krishna comes to the rescue.
To the rescue of Draupadi. But why? Because she turns to him as a guru.
Yes.
She says, Bhagwan, please help me. And she closed her eyes and thought of Krishna.
Yes.
So now you see that Draupadi did not look at Krishna as a man. She looked at him as a godhead.
Yes.
She looked at him as a guru. And she said, please save me. It's then that Krishna allows that faith to ripen, and you see him making sure she has sari over sari comes round this beautiful woman, and there is that the man who's trying to undress her is tired. He falls down, but she continues to flow with the beautiful clothes, and she saves the honor of the Pandavas and the Kauravas.
Of course.
Because even the Kauravas felt, my God, how do we save this woman now? They were lost.
Yeah.
It had to be God's intervention. So you see Krishna as somebody who intervenes in the lives of the people who believe him, who trust him.
It is one way of depicting how Krishna was perceived.
It is one way
and making it easier for us people to understand what's happening.
Yes, but
or else how would you can't do it.
I think you have to make a leap. You have to make a leap from the known.
It's beyond the physical.
It's beyond the physical, and it takes you to another region where you have to trust, which you have to trust. And most people don't trust anything. They don't trust even what they are doing. So imagine you're telling somebody, trust the impossible. Trust the things that cannot be believed. You imagine Duryodhana. Duryodhana was the head of the Kaurava dynasty.
Yes.
He said no to Krishna. I don't believe all your jadoo mantar. I don't believe in all your magic tricks. You get out.
He'll take the army.
He will take the army. He doesn't want Krishna. So this is why Arjuna shows himself to be a real disciple. He bows to
Touches
the
his
Guru,
feet.
touches his feet and says, please explain to me the meaning of the Gita. What do you mean by this understanding of Godhood? Please tell me because I'm ignorant.
Before the war begins.
Before the war begins, and when he is very unhappy and depressed because he has to kill people who love him and whom he loves, he turns to his Guru. He says, help me, please help me because I'm desperate.
And Krishna manages to convince Arjun to go ahead.
That is a long, long story and it will take you to many more episodes. But I think I'd like to leave the audience with this thought. Krishna is a lover, but he is not a lover like you pick up on the road. No. He is not in the physical form. He's spiritually awakened human being who can change you. He is also a guru. He is also a friend. He is also a parent who guides you. So you can see Krishna in many, many, many beautiful...
And he was also a brother.
He was also a brother.
Exactly.
So you can see Krishna in many forms, and he has come to give man hope. Because on earth we are sad, we are disillusioned, we have lost trust, we have lost faith.
So what was the main reason why he came on earth?
I would think to create unconditional love. I love that word of yours. And faith. Faith in the divine.
Probably to set things right also.
And faith in the divine. You know, imagine I'm sitting in front of you and I think you're only a body. Yes. But if I know you are more, I will respect you. I will do this. What does this mean? It means...
I respect you.
No, it means I bow to the divine in you.
Just like Arjun did when he went to see Krishna and asked him to be his charioteer. Wow, that makes sense.
Are we saying namaste now?
I will do namaste to you also. And we have come to the end of this episode. We will also be talking about the childhood of Krishna and how he develops into a man after. His stories with the Kurukshetra war. There's so many more. I don't think 1, 2, 3 episodes is going to be enough for it.
No, let's go on.
Alors, I will give you rendezvous for the next episode. Stay tuned.